Your heated seat, by the way, does work, sir.
Does it?
Yes. We are in October.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Hollingworth Lake. Somebody's got digging up the road mixed up with cutting down trees. Hello. I've come to the woods in Littleborough, Hollingworth Lake, to have a little look around this Rover 75. It's about the 50,000th Rover 75 I have had a little dabble with. Maybe I have exhausted everything I could possibly say about these cars. Maybe not. Maybe I could make something up that isn't even true. Well, let's find out. The fact is that Allegroman here owns this car, and he's brought it to me because he wants to kind of flog it or something.
Then, don't you be telling any lies about one of my cars.
I don't need to.
Good.
I can do that.
Yes. Oh, man, thank you. Are we really here to talk about a car? I thought we'd come to play conkers. Are there any conker trees in this woods?
What, sycamores?
If that's what conkers come from, then yes. Anyway,
You know that's not
going
true.
back to the car.
Go on.
This one, I was just literally told that the guy wanted to move it onto an enthusiast because he'd had it from 2017. He's only covered in that time around 33,000 miles in it. So he sort of thought, well, I'm not really using it that much. And he had this, and he had a big Jag, and he just said, I think I'll just stick with the big Jag for now. So he said, that was that really. He just offered it to me. And it was just the fact that it's so straight. It's only done 58,000 miles. It's the Connoisseur top model, so it's got everything. I mean, looking in the boot here, see my cleaning paraphernalia thing, but we have,
Oh, it's got the Harman Kardon thing.
yeah, we have an extra alloy, and we have,
Look at that.
look at them,
Yes.
and look at that,
Yes.
the sat-nav thing.
The sat-nav, yes.
So that's why I'm saying that I'm determined not to take that stereo out and change it for something fantastic, because that will ruin this car, in my opinion.
Fantastic.
You know, if you put a Pioneer or a flipping Alpine or something in it.
They're from the 80s, aren't they?
Are they?
Well, probably.
Right. Well, come on.
What? Come on, what, am I your dog?
Yeah, come on. Follow me round. So this one is a V6.
You had to count that, didn't you?
But yeah, he was just a sort of very organised, very methodical type of guy that has kept a file of all the receipts that he's had done with it over the time. It's got the service booklet. I've just put a fresh MOT on it after doing a few jobs. And when I say a few jobs, literally, there was, on that side, by the jacking point, I had to put a very small patch in. Absolutely, you know, a couple of hours of work of doing that. The dashboard was lit up with 1 or 2 bulbs out. I've done that. It was saying brake pad wear indicator was lit up on the dash. That was the lead. And now we've arrived at a point where there's not a single error on that dash. There's no airbag warning light on, there's no engine management light on, there's no bulbs out. So I think I've got it, and I've given it a clean and everything. It just looks so nice. I think I've got it at a point where, you know, it can be moved on to a Rover enthusiast that will love it. And when I say about how he looked after it, it came with 4 matching tyres on it. But unfortunately, one of them, I think due to where it had parked, had weathered a bit too much on the sidewall. So I just didn't like the look of it. So it has 3 matching tyres and 1 brand new one on that side that I've put on. Exhaust middle section is new. Just inside, it's just so undamaged. There's nothing. There's just no rips on any of the seats. The headlining is still nicely up. The light is still where it should be. It's not hanging down. All these foibles that you get on Rover 75s all seem to be fine.
Where on earth do you find these cars from, mate?
Well, this one I was told about just through retro sports cars that I go to quite a bit. They just the guy had phoned up and said, I'm looking to dispose of this one to an enthusiast.
Dispose?
Well, dispose, yes. Maybe
that's not really quite the correct word.
Yes, exactly.
And there is the V6 lump.
Quad, 24 valve quad cam.
Yeah, it makes it sound really exciting, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is kind of honest under here.
Yeah, there's no nonsense going on. Yes, this slam panel could do with a bit of black paint on it, but you know, these are not. That's a good sign that he looked after things. All them with nice white greasing, and it opens and shuts and does just what it's supposed to do. It doesn't stick like most of them do. There's a couple of scratches there, tiny little. You just feel tiny little thing there, but apart
Nothing
from that,
significant, is it?
it's all somethings and nothings, and it just looks so nice, so straight, and yeah,
Just like you.
thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes, door shut sounds.
Good.
That's what you were just doing.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I do like a door shut sound that is as it's supposed to be. It's not like flabby or yucky. Time to put it into man position.
What are you saying now?
That's about right. I mean, I don't sit like stretched out like that, so I can barely touch the steering
No, you don't
wheel.
quite do gangster position, but yeah.
Well, gangster position
You're
is something you can do more in an auto, actually, because of the fact that you have less need for pedal control. And in a 75, I don't really understand why anyone would have bought a manual version, because obviously the automatic gearbox does sap away some of the power, but it just feels wrong with a manual, don't you think?
I would say so in a V6.
Yeah. Well, my favourite one of these would be, as the joy of owning a British car, would be the V6 2.5 litre with an auto box.
Well, that's what this is.
Is it?
Yeah. This is not the 2 litre. This is the 2.5. This is the 177 brake.
Yeah.
Brake horsepower.
Brake horsepower. Hey, brake
Yes.
horsepower. Yes. Hello, ladies. So,
Are you called Jeeves on the quiet?
might be. Now, I feel almost gangster-like driving it because of the auto box and the soft suspension. There's something really good about an auto box, a V6, and soft suspension, so it kind of lollops around a little bit, doesn't it? But I mean, obviously the 75 doesn't lollop anyway, but it manages to be a really fine handling car and be really comfortable at the same time, provided that nothing's worn out on it. I don't think it is it?
No, I think it's a good one, really.
Gearbox is really smooth as well. I've been in a couple of these where the box is a bit clunky, and that spoils the gentleman stroke gangster feel of it.
I'm not so. I've seen this box do everything it's supposed to do. Put it down a hill, and it'll change down to hold onto the gears. Sports, economy, the lot. Kick down, it does the lot. There's nothing wrong with that auto box at all.
But then on that mileage, you wouldn't really expect it to be.
No,
often, you know, I'm not really a fan of the Rover 75, and I've mentioned it maybe once or twice in the past that I prefer the other Rovers. But when I get a good one, I think, why don't I like these? I'd like to have one of these, and then I forget about it, and then end up driving one that's terrible because it's been abused. They're a pleasure to drive. They're very laid back, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very laid back. And that's why they suit the automatic gearbox so much more than the manual, because why do you want to be messing around changing gears? Let that do it for you. Yeah, good old box. Good box. Stay in the car, he says, as if he's talking to a dog.
Are you an American? Well, you know, Americans have auto boxes.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah. So
You sound like an American.
no, I don't think you do.
No, I don't. I don't look like an American.
I don't think you do.
Yeah. Now back to the yard.
Of course.
How much is this car then?
Well, I think with this mileage, I probably could have gone for high teens. Maybe I could have put this up at 1995, 1895, something like that. But I really want this to go to someone who's going to enjoy it. So I'm going to go on this car at 1495.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Hang on, there might just be another bit.
Oh,
It's got a good screen on it. It's got the expensive screen.
yes. Now.
Yes, excellent.
Right, okay. But I'm going to switch it on
Yeah, okay.
so you can hear it, but you can't see it.
Oh,
So the screen is not doing anything. But you do have 3 things you can do with this stereo. You can turn it on and listen to that radio station. You can pop a tape in it.
yeah.
And you can put a CD in the CD auto changer in the boot and listen to that one all the way through. So I feel that rather than just putting a chavtastic stereo in there, that needs leaving in really, because there'll be an enthusiast out there that will know somebody on a forum, or will know somebody on eBay selling a service, and that thing will end up getting repaired. The car has got all the gubbins for the sat nav and everything in the boot, which I will show later in the video. So this car is Connoisseur, and it's got the 9 yards.
Oh, it is the Connoisseur.
It is.
Connoisseur.
Yes.
Will you make sure you spell the word connoisseur correctly in the advert?
Well, yeah, I'll ask my wife to. I'll ask my wife to spell check it, so that'll definitely be right.
This is the end of the video. You can go home now.